But we've said that all year. We've said that for months on this show, that this quarterback talk doesn't end. It's not going to end.
Nope.
The first time that either of these quarterbacks goes out there and struggles, it's going to crank right back up again. And we said at the top of the show, this isn't the end for Drew Lock. It's not.
Yeah, absolutely. Trevor coming in here saying, Nick and Scott, what's next for Drew? Trade? What do you say? And I was actually talking with somebody about this yesterday. I can't remember who it was, but there's no reason to trade Drew. You have a 2 years of control guy who has solid experience in the NFL, and a quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater who's had injury history, and a coach who's on a hot seat. Unless somebody's offering me like a 4th round pick and like 2023, I was going to say more on top of that, like a 4th round pick and then like a 2023 5th or a conditional pick that could be like a 4th or 5th. Like
it's got to be more than that, because you can't get a backup quarterback for a 4th and a 5th round. Now you've got at worst, a really good backup quarterback for 2 years. Cheap.
Yeah, and cheap too.
You know, his cash money is about $1.5 million over the next 2 years. His cap hits $2 million. He's cheap. Yeah. You're gonna at worst case, you've got one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league for 2 years.
Yeah.
In order to pry him away from me, you're looking at minimum a 2nd round. You're talking about guys that, you know, when you start seeing some of these deals that go out there, you know. What did the Jets give up for Sam Darnold, who was on a massive contract? The Carolina Panthers are going to pay $40 million to. You know, and I still think they got a 2nd round for him.
Yeah.
You know, this is a guy who's every bit as good as Sam Darnold, and for 10% of the money. You better send me more than a 4th and a conditional 5th if you're going to take him off of my team. I'd rather have him, unless he pushes for a trade, unless he's saying, you know, his head goes down, his shoulders go down, and he becomes a prop. But I don't see that happening with Drew.
There's just some mystique around Sam Darnold in the league that he was going to get more because of that 3rd overall pick.
That usually brushes off after the 2nd deal.
Team, yeah.
You know, look at Josh Rosen.
Yep.
The Dolphins sent a number 1 for Josh Rosen. Now was it a 2?
Yeah.
I thought they sent him a 1. Okay, but it was a 2. Again, at least a 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, still, he was on a lot more money than Locke is. Now you're getting him off waiver wire. You know, after the 2nd move, now you're picking him up off of waivers. So you know, this is Sam Darnold's last crack at it in Carolina before he starts becoming a cheap journeyman.
Yep, I agree with you. I think I'd ask for a 3, but if somebody offered me some and also. The way I'm looking at the quarterback class right now, if I'm in charge of a team, I am accumulating 2023 picks like crazy. 2022, not for me. 2023 looks like it's going to have some good quarterbacks. So that's where I'm looking right now. And if I can get extra picks for 2023 versus 2022, I know delayed gratification there, but I would try to accumulate those instead of 2022.